The guiding principles for media arts education are photography, film, TV, print, new digital media, and radio. The pedagogical approach is to teach the key media arts concepts, which are representation, languages, codes and conventions, the significance of codes and conventions, technologies, institution, and audience. I'm fifth generation white Australian, so my background is very white Australian. I have grown up with food from many different cultures, as my mum likes to cook from all over, and watch shows and few films from many different cultures, and have travelled a bit. It's not enough that I know what it's like to grow up there, but it's enough that I know the importance and the assets that come from different cultures. As for gender, I grew up with brothers and sisters. My sisters once told me that she got mad at my brother as he had told her that he didn't like stories with female leads because he couldn't relate. When majority of stories that I saw had a male lead, you would often you would often find stories that would have a token woman who would only ever be the love interest. It was frustrating and made me interested in diversity, not just in gender, but all aspects. As for things like disability, I'm dyslexic, I have ADHD and anxiety, and I know how hard it can be for people like me and people who have physical disabilities as well, especially when you aren't represented in films and TV. Kids would always light up at the slightest bit of recognition. In my own work, I can't say I have lots of representation. I mostly write from my own perspective, but I am trying to expand my knowledge so that I can educate others. Languages, codes and conventions, and the significance of codes and conventions. During my degree, as well as my upbringing, I have learnt about these stereotypical codes. I think by knowing about these codes, I can convey meaning in scenes, such as a girl in PJs and eating cereal. It's clear that you can see that she has just woken up. But by knowing them and not just doing them because it's the done thing, I can know when they're being used with prejudice and how to avoid it and how to teach my students to not be prejudicial. Media techniques. Growing up as the internet has made media more readily available to create, I have used what was available to me to take photos, film videos, and edit, which any of my future students can also do if they simply have access to a computer and a phone with a camera, which an increasing amount of students do. Also, through my degree, I have been able to work with a variety of different technologies, such as film cameras, lights, and microphones, to create a wide range of projects. I grew up as social media and the internet in general were becoming popular and was introduced to lots of the dangers as people were much more skeptical of the internet. I found this has made me much more critical of where my information is coming from, not just in online, but also in other media forms. I'm aware that my students will be influenced by media and that by educating them on what to look out for, they can know what things can be trusted and what is important or not. Audience. Through my media arts degree, I have worked on websites aimed at different groups of people, such as websites aimed at older people in the country who want to play bowls, and working around the challenges that this is presented. Each group of people will respond to different things, as well as understanding different things, such as older people needing websites that are easy to read and navigate with little internet knowledge, as their eyesight and their internet knowledge is limited.